question of the week.
Brace yourselves now.
Question of the week is sponsored by Umbrella Therapeutic Services. Umbrella Therapeutic Services is DC's most reliable and trusted behavioral health organization. They provide community support, medication management, and therapy for individuals and groups.
Yep, that's
Any
my guy,
DC resident.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Any DC resident ages 5 through 100 are eligible for their services. You can reach Umbrella at 1-888-793-4357. They take Medicaid, Medicare, and also private health insurance programs. So again, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. No time like the present to go ahead and get your mental health in check. And if you're a DC resident, contact Umbrella Therapeutic Services.
And yes, for sure. And one time for my man Wes, over there, the CEO.
Hey Wes, we're gonna see you Saturday night, Wes.
Yeah, we got something for you, Wes. We're gonna turn up with you, brother. We can't wait.
Yes,
and so
indeed.
shout out to him.
Shout out to him. So question of the week is a segment where we allow our viewers and listeners to submit your relationship questions. You all have been flooding the inbox. I love it. If you have a relationship question that you want to ask us anonymously, I mean, we never reveal your names, none of that. We just read the question and we go at it. So this week's question, let me give you the email. info@spotlightoverthecity.com. info@spotlightoverthecity.com. How much easier does it get? This looks like it's not long this week. That's a good one.
All right,
so
cool.
I recently got married and we decided to do a joint savings account. I was hesitant to do this because I make more money than my husband and I pay the household bills. But I wanted to get our marriage off to a great start. Well, as I suspected, my husband makes frequent withdrawals, but I'm the person putting the chunk of the money in there every month. He tells me about the withdrawals, so it's not a secret, and it's always for gas money or for his car note. I have decided to stop putting money into the joint account. He says that I'm being selfish. The joint account thing is tough. Do you and T-Bomb share bank accounts?
Hell nah.
No, we don't.
So let me just
Well, damn, you ain't had to say it like that.
Yeah, I don't believe in none of that stuff you said, man. Who? This woman?
It sounds like a woman. It's a woman. Yeah, it's a woman. She
so
pays. She puts the money in. She puts the bulk of the money in there.
Well, it's not even.
And he's taking the money.
It's okay. Well, that's an issue. Well, what I'm gonna say is this:
for his gas money and his car note.
Okay, so he's trying to find his way a little bit, so he's struggling, and she's the breadwinner, and so he got the joint account, and he's kind of taking advantage of it because his funds is depleted, basically. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's just speak to the joint account situation first.
Right, we don't share joint. We don't share accounts.
If you are, again, I spoke about this last week. If you're a married person, don't get married just to think you're gonna. Don't lose your individuality. Don't lose your individuality in the marriage. Mm-hmm. When you get married, you're still a person, they're still a person, you two are people. You're still a person, they're still a person, you two are people.
Right.
So it's a joint situation. But it doesn't mean that you lose yourself. So when you get married, you're not obligated to have a joint account. That's A. And so if your situations are opposite to a degree of way unbalanced, then you should not get a joint account because it's going to not fare well. It's not. You already see that's not going to play out. He's not contributing. You already know he couldn't before you set up the account. But you're trying to appease what people told you marriage should look like.
Right.
Let your marriage look like what's suitable for you. It's not suitable for everybody. Every two individuals not matching up. So me and Terry's relationship is not built to be suitable for everybody else's marriage. What we do might not be good for you. Right. Or vice versa. So what I'm saying is, no, I didn't decide to get a joint account, but if we did, we would still also have separate accounts. That's how I feel. You have a separate account for you, a separate account for her, and then you have a joint account for a joint venture, which means we're going to put money in here together, and we're going to make it something. If you don't have anything to contribute to it, you probably shouldn't make it a joint account.
I like everything you said, baby. You know, I'm sitting here thinking, like, I don't think you and I ever even we never even talked about, well, should we do a joint account? We just never did. We
didn't have that discussion, but I think because I'm on a whole, I have the same perspective. I just didn't believe that we should have a joint account and don't have individual accounts. If we had one, it would be, like, say, for Spotlight Over the City or something we trying to do, or, you know, household goods.
Yeah.
You know, we got a household account. And we put our money in it and we rehab the house together, or we do whatever we do. That's different. But just to have a joint account, And on GP, I don't really get that.
Yeah.
But that's just my personal opinion.
Right.
Some people work better jointly. Some people say, well, we going to do everything together, babe, and we just going to explore the world, babe, and so that's fine. Until,
Yeah, well, some people really take that when two become one literally. So when you get married, then you're one, and so you're supposed to have joint bank accounts, shared passwords to everything. They share every damn thing, and I ain't knocking.
Yeah, all that's dumb.
But that's dumb to you.
Well, it is. And don't ask me about no passwords and this and that. And I'm telling y'all, men, stop being soft. Stop letting so all this happy life shit. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, and that's where I'm gonna have to draw the line.
Let me say this. If you a man, right? You a whole ass man, right? And all you know in your life is to make a happy wife in your life. That's all you got, right? That's all you know. So then, just let me understand where the balance is in this relationship that you created for yourself.
Are you asking?
Where's your dumb ass happiness? Like as a man, when you gonna get happy with yourself? When you gonna have a happy life? Like all you do is a servant. You're a servant, and so I don't believe that that's real. I believe that both people should be happy, and I'm happy making you happy. Like when I do things for you, that make me feel good. Mm-hmm. And if you felt the same way, then ain't nobody slighted. So then we don't have to have them type of goofy decisions to where, all I got to do is make my wife happy. Well, she going to sit back and make you a servant at that point, and then where are you in this?
Okay, so let me chime in on that part. I think that the phrase or the terminology happy wife, happy life is so universal. And I think that the concept behind it, honey, is not that the man is being slighted, because they're thinking that because of the way we are built as women, once you make sure that your woman is happy, you're going to be happy because she's going to go above and beyond to make sure you are. But she has to be made to feel warm and fluffy and happy. And then long as the wife is happy, your life will be happy because she's going to make sure that yes.
Okay.
She's right.
So let me just say
she's
this.
She's going to make sure that your life is happy.
Get that mic to Sharice. But let me just say this.
That's
let me
what
say
it
this.
is.
Let me tell you something. Let me say this to you. That's a crock of BS.
No, it's
so
not.
So let me just show you why.
You're married, right?
Can I address? Okay. We're gonna really do it. We ain't just gonna spout out now. We're gonna keep the platform.
All right.
So at the end of the day, I heard you. You made your thing. Mm-hmm. So I said I don't agree because, okay, you the head of if a man is gonna be the head of a household, and a man is only the head if he know God. Let's not leave that out. You're not the head because you make more money. I know a lot of people kind of slow and they think that's real. That means if you got fired, you won't be the head. And so
that's true.
Yeah. So don't equate the money with the power. That's the God business. So when you equate your business to God, you go to God, you get the download, you tell your wife. That's how it goes. He tell you, you tell her. And so a woman was given to the man. Please don't forget. So with that being said, it doesn't mean a man is to dictate, dominate, rule over her. None of that. What it means is he's not to be left out the equation because the woman was given to him. Help meet. Remember that? I know it's old, but it's real. And so because people lost their way and now they have a whole new demeanor, a whole nother agenda, marriage is 70% failing, all this kind of stuff because it's upside down, a man is still supposed to be the head. He's supposed to go to God. If you don't know God, that man is in trouble, so you can't marry him yet. He can't lead your house. That's real. So if you don't have that situation and all this happy wife foolishness you're talking about, you have discarded the whole realm of how this order is set up. See, so it doesn't mean she's not going to be happy because I just told you I'm happy serving. So whenever I can do for her, it makes me happy. Sexually, whatever it is. If she's complete, I'm good. So if we go shopping and she want to bust it down, she had me in Charlotte buying dresses. We don't live in Charlotte. I got to go get it. I bought it. Get the dresser, put it in the truck, we're going to put it in mom's, we're going to come back and get it. That's happy wife, happy life. It's called compromise. It don't just go one way, it goes both ways. So both people supposed to look out. If I made sure you were good and your intentions are the same, who slighted?
Nobody.
Everybody's good. So it can't just be happy wife because I'm slighted. Trying to make you happy all damn day. And I'm looking like a goddamn goofball. And this is what's going on right now. All y'all, man, y'all getting too soft. Like, first of all, know the order. God is really the head. I don't know what's going on in the world, but I promise you that's how I'm rocking. God is the head of me. I read the word daily. I pray daily. I meditate daily. And if God is the head, then he give me some downloads. He give you instructions. And that's when you can be the head of something. And if that's not your case, then we're not talking the same. So then we have a whole different situation, because that's when you can say, well, just with your carnal ass, happy life, happy wife. That woman is this indecisive herself. Sometimes she wants to go. Sometimes she wants to say. Her period makes her mind spin. Now this day, this week is running, and I don't feel the same as I did last Thursday. How the hell can you make that a compromise for your life? You better understand who you are. Stand in that. You give her what you can give her, but you can't slight yourself to make a happy wife. You have to be happy with yourself, wife, before you decide to get married. You can't look for the man to make you happy, or you're gonna be spending. That ain't gonna work. Now you tell me what man gonna make a woman happy, because you can't make me happy. I gotta be happy. When I'm happy, I'm whole. When I'm happy, I'm whole. I said. When I'm happy, I'm whole.
I'm like you, Sharice. Drops the mic. I ain't got nothing else
When
to
I'm
say.
happy, I'm whole. So I'm not telling you not to make the wife happy. I'm telling you that you should make your wife happy. But I'm saying your wife should have the same intentions. Let's talk about it, Sharice Crawford.
I think that because women are born as natural nurturers, I mean, to your point, saying that we are essentially, no matter how we try to change this or reconstruct or strong black woman this and independent that, we are born to nurture.
Facts.
We are born to give and to cater and to in a sense, to serve and support and help. So we're automatically wired that way. And so oftentimes, because we've been wired that way, that part is taken for granted.
Facts.
So that is why this concept, I think happy wife, happy life is taken way out of order, because
Right.
you are supposed to take care of your gift. To whom much is given, much is required.
Yes.
So that is my thought about it. If you're downloaded from God, then God is telling you to cover and protect this woman.
Cover,
God is telling
protect,
you to provide for
all
this
of those
woman.
things. That's
so
right.
This is my idea. Again, I'm not married, so I'm not entitled to give.
No, you
what
are
all
though.
have,
You still you are.
experience, but just knowing that I took my time before I even dated seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Makes
I wanted
sense.
to be clear about my assignment and my role and my purpose within a marriage. And so again, I know how much I give. I know how much I put things on pause and me on the back burner oftentimes to be in that servant and
Right.
helpmate role. So if you're keeping your wife happy, then by default, I mean, it's not even a question
That's right.
as to whether or not she's reciprocating, unless you just you're not ordering from God, like you said.
That's right.
You're not getting your orders from God and governing your home accordingly, then there's this conflict. But there's also a conflict with us women living in this hyper masculine society that's forcing us to be out of our natural order.
Yep.
As feminine.
Good point.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. I agree with that
She's
point.
already out of order in the sense that she's wearing the pants in her home, and so it's hard to respect the man that is not protecting, providing, and covering for you.
Stay right there. Good point. So to her point, what she was basically saying is, that's a great point. A lot of sisters are now playing the role of a man. Because of that, a lot of sisters are being more dominant, a lot more controlling, outspoken, a lot of those things by default. It's not like they signed up for it, right? It just comes with the territory. They're out of pocket. They're not supposed to have to do those things. I get it. Based on the system that we live in the United States, a lot of that is by design. A lot of black men are not going to get the position that the black sisters are afforded, and that's by design. And I'm being factual with this. The statistics will show you this. That causes separation and division in the household a lot of times because it makes a black man feel inferior of the sister. And so sisters have to understand that as well. We get you. Now, brothers, we do have to have something to follow. You can't be a non-leader and think the woman's supposed to listen to you and your non-governing sorry self. You can't sit around and smoke cannabis all day and play PlayStation and don't have a plan and think that because you told her you wanted to be wealthy, she's supposed to believe you. You really have to be believable, which means have a plan and be concrete about what you're doing. Give her something to look at. Give her something to respect. Give her something to honor. And I'm pretty sure that you could find that the woman will want to follow you and not think she's being beat over the head and drugged down a dirty, dark road. It's not like that.
Right.
And so you do have to be solid, a solid man, or at least have a plan. And I believe in that. And so with that being said, all men are not worthy of following. Some men are grown boys. And you have to know the difference because a lot of us get a bad rap you've dated a bunch of grown ass boys and they treated you wrong, you come into a man and don't know how to respect that. And so I'm saying it works both ways. Is all I'm trying to say. A happy wife should be if you didn't want to make her happy, you should have married her. Like that comes with marriage. Like if you got a wife and you don't want to take care of her, you don't want to cover her, you don't want to pray with her, you don't want to have that honor for her, then how would you expect that to come forward to you? You have what you produce. And so you're supposed to produce that in your mate. That's just my belief system. And so I believe in a happy situation, and I just believe it should be a whole on both sides. That's just my only difference. I don't think that men are slighted on all occasions. When Father's Day come around, do you even know what day it is? What do we receive? What do we get accolades for? What happens to most fathers? They're not even recognized. They say, well, you should be doing that or stuff like that. Well, the mothers, we think you should be doing motherly duties as well. But on Mother's Day, it's a flower, a rose, everywhere you look. Happy Mother's Day banners, people flying planes with roses flying out the window, everything going on. We don't have those situations, so we're not honored the same. Not saying it's the same duty, but all I'm saying is we do give you that, and we really try hard. So I just think that it should be a little more balanced. I think that.
Yeah.
Your daddy's girl?
Yeah.
And that's a great thing. That's a great thing. It's just not many. Say, what you got? Yep, let's rock.
All right, so check this out. So we see a lot of things out here out in society about, how we supposed to be providers and this and that. But you got the two richest dudes in the world couldn't keep their wife. You got Jeff Bezos. You
Facts.
got Slim from Microsoft. Bill Gates, that's his name.
Bill Gates, facts.
And they couldn't keep their wife happy and lost half their stuff just off the strength. And these dudes got everything in the world but couldn't keep Shorty happy. So what do you say to that?
And so that goes back to my point that what I said is you have to be happy within yourself. So a lot of things are going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not happy with yourself, it's just like a person that you meet and they always disgruntled and they always angry. No matter what you say or how you treat that person, they always have a nasty disposition. You can't change that disposition because you didn't make it that way. And so it's the same, like what you're saying. A lot of times that happens. A lot of times you have people who think the money is going to sustain it, the materials are going to sustain it, and so they don't really understand what it takes to have a quality marriage. Those things are nothing. You have to have camaraderie, chemistry, good conversation. You have to have communication, understanding, a lot of things that don't have nothing to do with a dollar. And so if you bring those things, you can patch it up. But if not, then yeah. So I don't think that like I said, just making a happy wife is going to hold your marriage. I think that you have to have a better understanding than that.
Yeah, and I agree with all of that. So, I mean, again, I agree with happy wives, happy husbands. You know how I roll. I tell my husband all the time that my motto is just be happy. Like happy husband, happy wife, let everybody be happy. I'm the most. Yes, happy spouse, happy
I
house.
like that one. Happy spouse, happy house. Now that's
I like that.
So you could have said that an hour ago.
Happy
So
spouse, happy house.
Yeah, that's one time for that. Happy spouse, happy house. That's what y'all think, IG. What y'all think, Facebook? That's what I say. That's the something.
So one of the things for your happy spouse, really quickly, because we got about 3 more minutes before we have to go to a commercial break. I will share with you all that he's not into any of this, but he has not stood in the way of me getting a bird feeder for the yard. And today I got a wind chime. I got one of those things that go whoo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo when the wind blows. And
what?
yes, yes.
Wait.
So
Wait. So what does this have to do with?
We're done with the question. We did that part. I'm just saying we got about 3 more minutes, and I just wanted to share with everyone that if you know how to attract the birds, because I told them that
birds?
How do I get them to come in the yard now that I have a bird feeder and I'm buying bird food? I need to know, how do I get them to come eat the food?
I was trying to get you to piggyback off of what we were saying about the happy wife, happy life.
Right. This makes me happy. A happy spouse, happy house. So that's why I was because we have to wrap it up. So we were done
wind chimes going clinking, clinking, clink, clink, clink all night. That's gonna make you happy.
Part of
why?
One of the
why
things
is it gonna make you happy?
Because it's a soothing sound and it's outside and it lets you know the wind is blowing, God is working, God is moving, and it does something.
God working, I can promise.
Yes.
You. If you're alive, God working. As long as you're alive, God working. That's
if
all.
Y'all have any tips of how I can attract them now that I got the food out there, they're not coming to eat the food.
So how do you guys? What is your biggest gripe in your relationship? Like a lot of people have gripes in their relationships, and I get it. Your gripe might not be your mate's gripe though. Sometimes we have issues issues with our mate, and they don't even know we have an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just keep it moving as though things are working fine. Like, that happens to us sometimes. Like, sometimes I'll tell you about something, and you'll be like, oh, I ain't even know.
I was good.
And this and that. I'm like, you didn't know you do that? You didn't know that? And so, you know, communication, that's the thing that we work on. So a lot of times y'all say, air it out, be personal. So that's one of the personal things that I think that should grow your relationship. And if you don't have that, you should continue. It will save you a bunch of arguments. Don't try to change your mate, though. That's where I fell into deep water, trying to change my mate.
We had to grow through that though, and we grew through it together. Like it was like Stan and I. We don't fake with y'all. Like it's highs and lows. It's peaks and valleys. And when they're valleys, sometimes the valleys are really low. It's just that we really built. And one thing I have an appreciation for with me and him, we built a solid friendship before we did anything. So when when the valley get really low, I always say to him, you know, like, I'm going to have enough love to sustain the both of us because I don't want to lose my friend. That's my bestie. So forget about all of the pop, lock, and dropping it and all of that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, I don't want to lose my road dog. So, you know, I
think that says a lot. And I feel the same way. Like, I think what you said, to piggyback off what you said the friendship kicks in. Like, you say, okay, just because you don't like a person, sometimes you still love them. So you might have that thing where, oh, she get on my nerves. I can't believe she just did that. But you look at it, and I had this conversation a little earlier. I say you have to do the 80-20 thing to yourself. Because a lot of times, a lot of things that's playing in your head is about that 5%, 10% that you hate. But don't discard the 90 and throw it in the trash, because that's where the heavy part is. So I think that's what I had to learn. The most potent thing that I learned so far about a relationship, because I was a runner. You know, I used to just be like, I don't have time for this. I'm going to just cancel this contract and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So I think the most important thing is to learn not to be a runner. That's what grows you. You stand in the gap if somebody's worth it. And you don't try to change them. You try to grow them. Don't try to change them. They're not going to be you. And so you just have to realize that the way you move ain't the way everybody move. And so, you know, I had to realize that because I spent a lot of energy trying to get Terry to see my side. Like, I'm trying to get you to see this. And she couldn't see a damn thing I said. You hear me?
Yeah, we got to wrap it up.
Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot we had another part of the show coming.